Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another Dany Yoga practice. Thank you so much for being here and practicing with me. If you are new, consider subscribing. And if everybody have their mats, everybody's ready, let's begin our practice today. We will start in a modified child's pose, so bring yourself 2 hands and knees, separate the knees as wide as the mat, big toes touching. Sit on your heels and on the exhale, forward fold, over and make sure to bring your head down, and if the floor is too far, use any surface pillow block to rest your forehead there. We take 3 to 5 breaths here, bringing ourselves to our practice, focusing on the breath as we always do, and setting up positive intentions, sharing gratitude for the practice of yoga, sharing gratitude for everything we have, for our lives, sharing gratitude and thankfulness, always, always, always. Relaxing shoulders, facial muscles, letting rib cages expand on the side, upper body inflate, and letting go all the tension, letting go of your yesterday, letting go of tomorrow. Yesterday it's gone, tomorrow we don't know. So just be here with your practice, with me, with yourself for just a little while. Softening jaws. Final 2 breaths here. One more. And when you're ready, on your next inhale, press yourself up. Hands and knees adjusting your table, knees under your hips, wrists under the shoulders, spreading fingers. Just move into a circle towards the right on your side. Maybe sitting towards the heels when you move to the back, not collapsing in the shoulders when you move forward. One more circle towards the right. And then when you come back to center next time, tuck the toes in and change the direction of your circle. Just to open also the back of the feet, move in any way your body feels like. One last circle towards the left. Make sure you are not collapsing and you're breathing, not collapsing in the shoulders. And then come back to stillness. Untucking toes or keeping in, it's up to you. Just turning fingers towards you, moving a few times forward and back. And coming back to center, moving fingers towards inside. The heels of your palms are towards the sides of the mat. Moving left and right a few times, keeping the palms down all the time. Always breathing. And one last round left and right. Coming back to stillness. And turning the fingers towards the edges of the mat. Heels of the palms are towards the inside. And again, moving left and right a few times. Just warming up the wrist a little bit. One last round, left and right. And then we come back to center, adjusting our tabletop, moving into a first downward facing dog. Tuck the toes in, inhale, knees up, exhale, press back. Pedaling the feet, bending knees one at a time. Spreading fingers on the mat, shoulders away from the ears. Saying yes and no with the head. Just 2 more breaths here. Creating that reverse V shape as much as is available to you this morning, today. And then finding stillness. 2 more breaths in downward facing dog. One last. Exhale. Inhale yourself to a plank. And slowly exhale. Chaturanga Dandasana. Going all the way on the belly. Untuck the toes, elbows in. Inhale for a baby cobra first. Heart forward and up. Exhaling down. Inhaling one more time. Gazing to the right, shoulder, turning the chin towards the right. Holding here for 2 breaths, making sure lower back it's okay. And again, exhale to the center. One more time. Inhaling towards the left, chin to the left. Gaze to the left, shoulders always away from the ears. Make sure this is okay for the lower back. Holding for just a breath here. And exhaling to the center. Tuck the toes back in. Inhale, press yourself back to a plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, once again, plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. all the way down on the belly. And this time, bring yourself to your left lower arm, pressing yourself away from the ground, not collapsing in the left shoulder, bending to the right knee. And with the right hand, see if you can stretch a little bit without, again, collapsing in the left shoulder, stretching that right quadricep muscle. Try to keep the knees as close as possible towards each other. Make sure knee is okay with doing this. And bring that right heel towards the right butt, maybe turning right elbow towards the sky, ceiling. 2 more breaths there. One last. And then change. Bring your right lower arm down, right leg down, bending left knee, left hand, catch the top of the left foot, not collapsing in the right shoulder. Press yourself gently away from the ground. And maybe bring the left elbow towards the ceiling, sky. 2 breaths there. One more. And then you release. Come back to the mat, bringing forehead down on the ground. Extend the arms to a letter T and bending into the right elbow. Bring yourself to the left side of your body, stepping right foot towards the left side of your mat, left side of the cheek down, just opening the left shoulder here and making sure you are keeping the head down, not in the ear, using a block if you need it to support your head. Opening the left shoulder just for a breath or two here. One more. And then we come back to center and do the same on the right. Bring yourself back on the mat. Forehead down. Help yourself with the left hand to bring yourself onto the right side of your mat. Bending left knee, stepping left foot on the other side of the mat. The right side of the cheek down. And breathe. 2, 3 breaths here. This is one of my favorite poses to open the shoulders. I love this. And I hope you do too. Just another breath here. And then when you're ready, bring yourself back to center. Bring the hands in line with the chest. Tuck the toes in, press yourself back up to a plank and exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. When you are ready, gazing to the top of the mat, step the right foot outside your right hand. Left knee down, untuck the left toes. Inhale yourself away from the lower back. And once again, bending left knee, catch the left top of the foot with the right hand, if it's available, without hurting the left knee. And stretching again, maybe dropping the right knee on the side, bringing the outer edge of the right foot into the ground, not collapsing in the left shoulder. Press yourself away from the ground. Turn the chin and gaze towards the right shoulder. If it's available, we stay here for 2 breaths. Right elbow turns again towards the sky. Make sure this is okay for you. Reminding you, you always work with the body, not against. Stay here for 1 final breath. And when you are ready, release the left foot without collapsing. Bring the right hand back inside and tucking the left toes in. Extend your left leg. See if it's available to you to bring the left lower arm down, catching the right ankle, kicking through the left hip. Inhale there, exhale, right arm up. If this is not available, you can always just keep the left hand down, not lower yourself all the way down onto your left lower arm. Either way, don't collapse in the left shoulder, kick through the back heel. Right foot is down on the ground, 4 corners of the right foot are down. You gaze up towards the right hand, only if the neck is okay with it. Only 2 more breaths here. One last. And then come back to center. Press yourself up on both hands and step your right foot back to a downward facing dog. Inhale forward to a plank, Chaturanga. And from now on, back bend of your choice. Exhaling back to downward facing dog. A good time for a cleansing breath if you need. When you are ready, gazing to the top, left foot steps outside your left hand, right knee down. Untuck the right toes. Bending right knee, release your left hand, catch the top of your right foot with the left hand without collapsing in the right shoulder. Stretching again, right quadricep, maybe turning chin and gaze towards the left shoulder, dropping left knee sideways, coming onto the outer edge of your left foot. A breath or two here. One last. And then when you're ready, releasing the right foot, bring the left hand inside, tuck the right toes in, extend the right leg, and lower yourself down onto your right lower arm, right hand around your left ankle, only if it's available. Inhale there, exhale, left arm up, look at your left hand. Only if the neck is okay, kick through the right heel, don't collapse in the right shoulder, reminding you to bring yourself onto your right hand if lowering down onto the forearm is not okay. Just a breath or two here. Last one. And then we come back to center. Press yourself up on your both hands and step back to a downward facing dog. Inhaling plank, chaturanga. Back bend of your choice. And downward facing dog. Great job. Take a breath here or two, reminding you to take a child's pose at any time if you need a break, or downward facing dog could also be a resting pose. Beautiful. If you are ready, moving on, gazing to the top of the mat, right foot steps in between, back foot is not on the same line. With the front heel, bending front knee, inhale yourself to a high crescent lunge, kicking through the back heel, keeping tailbone in. Inhale, upper body away from the lower back, front toes, heel inside, outside of the right foot will be pressing down. 2 breaths there, shoulders away from the ears. Make sure you're always breathing, helping your practice with the breath. Support yourself always with the breath. One last. Beautiful. Pushing through the right heel, extend your right leg. You're going to turn to the back of the mat, preparing for a warrior two at the back of the mat. Left toes out, left heel in line with the arch of the right foot, bending left knee, warrior two, gazing to the back of the mat. 3 breaths here. Not letting left knee to fall in, tailbone in, strong arms, sharpen the fingers. And breathe. The more you bend into the left knee, the more you will be pressing outer edge of the right foot into the ground. Shoulder blades going away from each other. One last. And when you are ready, preparing for a half moon pose, pushing to the left heel, you're going to come into a Trikonasana first. Right elbow bends, right hand on the right hip, gaze down at your left foot and bringing your spider hand, cupcake hand or block or hand down on the ground. Inhale your right leg up. Half moon pose are the Chandrasana at the back of the mat. Now pressing the front toes, the left toes, heel inside, outside of the foot on the ground. Right elbow turns towards the sky, kick through the right heel, turning the gaze towards the right shoulder, only if balance is there and neck it's okay with that. We stay here for a breath or two. And if you feel like you're going to bend into the right knee, release your right hand and catch the top of the right foot with the right hand and tempting a Chapasana pose. And if you did that, release, come back to your half moon pose and moving back to a warrior two. Bending left knee, step the right foot back again on the mat. Keep the left knee bend, left heel in line with the arch of the right foot. Cleansing breath, let go. 2 breaths back again into your warrior two. And when you're ready, gazing in front of you, pushing to the left heel, come back all the way to the top of the mat. Back heel up, left heel up, back to a high crescent lunge. Last breath here. Exhaling to frame the right foot, shooting the right leg all the way back and up. 3-legged dog. Stay for a breath. Hands equally pressing down. Just the same way you do in downward facing dog. Beautiful. And step the right foot down, downward facing dog. Stay here. Or inhale with me to a plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Maybe upward facing dog on the inhale and back to a downward facing dog on the exhale. Great job. Take a breath or two here before doing the same on the other side. If you're ready, gazing to the top, left foot steps in between. Back heel up, foot not on the same line with the front heel. Keep the left knee bent, keep the tailbone in. Inhale yourself up for a high crescent lunge. Keeping tailbone in, kicking through that back heel, shoulders away from the ears. Keep lengthening upper body away from the lower back. And breathe. 1 or 2 breaths here. Beautiful. And when you are ready, pushing to the left heel, extend the left leg. Turn around on the mat. Left toes turns in, right toes out, right heel in line with the left arch of the foot. Warrior 2 towards the back of the mat, gazing to the right hand. Let go, 2 breaths here. Right toes, heel inside, outside of the foot, pressing down. Outer edge of the left foot, pressing down. Stay. Strong arms, sharpen the fingers. 1 last breath there. And when you're ready again, extending right leg. Maybe shortening the distance in between the feet, a quick Trikonasana before going to a half moon Arhda Chandrasana pose. Left elbow bends, left hand on your left hip, gaze down at your right toes, and spider hand, cupcake hand outside your right pinky toe. Inhale, left leg away from the ground. Find the balance first before you hold the pose. Turning left elbow towards the ceiling, not killing the left leg. Push to the left heel, pointing the toes towards you, energizing the left leg, turning the chin and gaze towards the left shoulder, elbow, only if balance is there. And if you made it this far, maybe try to bend into your left knee, releasing your left hand, catching the top of the left foot. For a Chapasana pose, just a breath or two. Pressing toes, heel inside, outside of the right foot in the ground will help you with the balance, especially the right big toe. If you attempt a Chapasana, release, coming back to a half moon and moving back to a warrior 2. Bend the right knee, left foot step back and inhale yourself. Beautiful, great job. Back to warrior 2 to the back of the mat. Right heel in line with the left arch. We stay here again for a breath or two. Gazing to the right. Beautiful. And when you're ready, gazing in front of you, extend the right leg. Turn again to the top of the mat. Back heel up, right heel up. Bending left knee. Inhale, arms up. Coming back to a high crescent lunge. Breathing. Exhale, we frame the left foot, shooting the left leg all the way back and up. 3-legged dog, pressing the hands equally down. Take a breath or two here. And then step to a downward facing dog, inhaling to a plank. Chaturanga upward facing dog or Bhujangasana. Exhaling, Adho Muka Svanasana. Great job. Let's do this once again. Take a moment first, even taking a child's pose if you think you need. But if you're ready, gaze to the top. Right foot steps in between. Back heel up. High crescent lunge on the inhale. 2 breaths. Keep the tailbone in. Kick through that back heel. Shoulders away from the ears. Moving to the back of the mat for a warrior 2. Extend the right leg. Turn around. Left toes out. Right heel in. Left heel in line with the right arch of the foot. Gaze to the left. Gaze to the back of the mat. Stay for 2 breaths. 1 more. Extend the left leg, quick Trikonasana before moving to a Arhda Chandrasana. Right elbow bends, right hand on the hip. Gaze down at your left foot. Bend the left knee, spider hand, cupcake hand. Find your balance, lifting right leg off the ground. Stay for a breath or two. Again, bending right knee if it's available. Tempting a Chapasana pose. Super beautiful. Now release again that right leg, right hand, and step back to a warrior 2. Right foot down, left knee stays bent, heel in line with the arch of the foot. 2 breaths there. Great job. Outer edge of the right foot, press down, left heel in line with the arch of the right foot, gaze to the left, soften the jaws. And then when you're ready, come back to the top of the mat for your high crescent lunge. Pivot the back heel up, inhale, arms up. Beautiful. Let's add a Trikonasana at the top of the mat. So again, extending right leg, step the left foot sideways, exhale for your triangle Trikonasana pose, bringing right hand either peace fingers around the big toe or right hand on the right lower leg or all the way down. Either way, remember, hand is there for support, don't collapse. Long neck if you try to gaze up with your left hand. Keep the hips in line with your back and breathe. 2 breaths there in our Utthita Trikonasana. And when you are ready, exhale, frame your right foot, turning the left foot again. Toes to the top of the mat, feet are not on the same line, reversing your triangle. Parvrtta Trikonasana, left hand stays, inhale there. Exhale, right arm up. Gazing to the right hand, only if neck it's okay with it. Not collapsing in the left shoulder, making sure your right knee's okay, so you're not hyperextending. 2 breaths there. And when you're ready, exhale, right hand down. Pivot the back heel up and shoot the right leg back and up. 3-legged dog. 2 breaths, equally pressing the hands down. One last. Downward facing dog. Stay here or inhale to a plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Urdhva Muka Svanasana. Exhaling, Adho Muka Svanasana. Wonderful. A breath or two before doing the exact same thing on the left side. If you are ready, gazing to the top, left foot steps in between, back heel up, right foot not on the same line with the left heel. Inhale yourself to a high crescent, keeping tailbowing. Front toes, heel inside, outside of the foot, pressing down, shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. Stay for 2 breaths. Hips are in one line. Left outer hip back, right outer hip forward. And moving on, pushing to the left heel, extend the left leg, turn sideways on the mat and all the way right toes out. Heel, right heel in line with the left arch of the foot. Warrior 2 at the back of the mat. Gazing to the right, gazing to the back of your mat. Right knee won't be falling in. You're breathing, outer edge of the left foot pressing down, shoulder blades going away from each other. Ooh, so good. Getting ready for our half moon. Pushing to the right heel, Trikonasana, quick Trikonasana first. Left elbow bends, left hand on your left hip, gaze down at your right foot. Spider hand, cupcake hand, outside your right foot, inhaling left leg up. Find your balance before you hold the pose, turning the left elbow to the sky, kicking through the left heel. Again, staying here or maybe bending left knee, left hand catching top of your left foot. And breathing for 2-3 breaths here in our Chapasana pose. Right toes, heel inside, outside of the foot, pressing down. 1 or 2 more breaths here. You can do it. Last one. And then releasing the left foot, stepping back to a warrior 2. Right knee bends, left foot on the mat, and bring the arms parallel to the ground. Turn the gaze to the back. 2 breaths again in a Virabradhasana II. Beautiful. Last one. Coming back to the top of the mat. Turn your left toes out, back heel up, inhaling high crescent. Beautiful. Left toes, heel inside, outside of the foot. Press it down. Kick through the back heel. Shoulders away from the ears. Hips are always square. Exhale, moving into a Trikonasana from here. Extending the left leg. Right foot steps sideways. Exhaling, left hand down, either on the mat, peace finger around the big toes, or use your lower leg as prop. Turning the gaze and chin towards the right hand, only if the neck it's okay, gaze it's okay. For Utthita Trikonasana, a couple of breaths here. Turning the right shoulder to the back. Hips are in line with your back. Breathing, breathing, breathing. And when you're ready, exhale. Frame your left foot. Turn the back toes forward, back heel to the back. Feet are not on the same line. Left outer hip up, right outer hip down. Inhale there, right hand stays. Exhale, left arm up. Gazing up at your left hand, only if the neck is okay with it. Otherwise, just gaze in front of you. Make sure you're not collapsing in the right shoulder. 2 breaths here. Parvrtta Trikonasana. Last one. And exhale, left hand down, framing left foot, pivot the back heel up, shoot the left leg back and up, three-legged dog. Great job, everybody. Downward facing dog, coming back, inhaling to a plank, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, or cobra. And downward facing dog, exhale. Beautiful. Let's take a pigeon on the right side. So when you're ready, right lower leg, place it down on the mat. Left toes move back, back, back. Left knee down. Untuck the toes. Equally distributing body weight, left and right. Inhaling away from the lower back before you exhale, either on the forearm or stay there, or maybe all the way down for 5 long breaths. Make sure to relax the upper body. Make sure this is okay. Again, using a prop under your right hip if you're leaning too much on the right side. You keep the left knee down. You're not coming onto the inner range of your left foot. Surrender all your tensions. Breathing. 3 more breaths. Two more. One last. And you might continue to stay or press yourself up. We will attempt a mermaid pose. So when you are ready, if you want to give it a try, press yourself up, bending into the left knee. Bring your left hand at your left foot. And option that you just hold your left foot with the left hand and release your right hand, trying to reach, or maybe bring your left foot at your left elbow. And again, making sure this is okay for the knee, releasing the right hand, maybe reaching to that bind, reaching your right hand towards the left, not collapsing in the lower back. We stay for 1 or 2 breaths here, always making sure lower back it's okay, and you might use a belt if this is not available. Just make sure you're not forcing yourself. You can practice again tomorrow, and eventually it will come. 1 or 2 breaths, maybe turning the gaze towards the right elbow or not. And final. When you are ready without collapsing, you're gonna let go. Right hand, left leg down, hands in front, tuck the left toes in and bring yourself up. Stepping to a downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here, moving hips from side to side. Beautiful. Stay and rest or inhale yourself to a plank. Chaturanga, Urdhva Muka, or Bhujangasana on the inhale. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Beautiful. Let's try a pigeon on the left side. When you're ready, left lower leg, step it in front of you to a 90 degree if it's available. Right toes move back, 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 and back. Right knee down, untuck the right toes. Shift the body weight equally left and right. Inhale away from the lower back before you exhale and hold for 5 long breaths here. Again, making sure your right knee is down. You're not coming onto the right inner edge of the foot. Shoulders are totally relaxed. Using a pillow or a block under your left hip if you are leaning too much on the left side. Soften the facial muscles. You don't have to lower yourself all the way down. Or again, use a pillow to bring the floor closer. As long as your body feels okay, go only that far. If it's uncomfortable, you don't have to do it. Try again tomorrow. It's the beauty of the YouTube classes. They are always there available. And if something doesn't come today, you can just give it a try again tomorrow. 3 more breaths. 2 more. Relaxing the shoulders, facial muscles. Last breath. Again, continue staying in your pigeon or press yourself up on the inhale, bending into the right knee, releasing right hand at the top of the foot. Preparing for your mermaid pose. Again, you can just try to be here. Left hand can stay down and support, or bring your right foot inside your right elbow, releasing the left hand, reaching for your right fingers. Staying for 3-4 breaths there into your mermaid pose on the other side. 2 more. Make sure right shoulder it's okay. Right quadricep muscle, right knee, it's okay. Lower back especially. Maybe turning chin and gaze towards the left elbow. Just 2 more breaths. One last. And then we never collapse. The poses, slowly release, especially when knees are involved. Let go of that right foot. Bring the hands in front of you. Tuck the right toes in and walk yourself forward, stepping to a downward facing dog. Great job, everybody. Move the hips from side to side. Staying here, resting. Or inhale forward to a plank. Chaturanga. Back bend of your choice always. And downward facing dog on the exhale. Beautiful. Take another breath. And when you're ready, exhale your knees down on the mat. Bring your knees forward in between the hands, cross the legs, and sit on the mat, preparing for a double pigeon. Left lower leg, place it in front of you, right lower leg on top of the left. Flexing toes, pushing to the heels, sitting bones down on the mat. Inhale away from the lower back, exhale forward fold. If this is not available, you can always cross the right leg in front of the left, in forward fold, over. Never collapsing in the shoulders. Keep the sitting bones down. 2 breaths there. Feel the right side of the hip stretching out. Last breath there. And then slowly head up on the inhale and change. Walk the hands towards you on the exhale and change. Right lower leg, place it down. Left lower leg on top of the right lower leg. Flexing left toes, sitting bones down. Again, just cross the left leg in front of the right if this is not available. Inhale away from the lower back. Exhale, hands in front of you and fall. Not collapsing in the shoulders. Take a breath or 2. Feeling a nice stretch, the left side of the hip. Beautiful. Last breath there. And then when you're ready, head up on the inhale and exhale to release. Extend the legs in front of you. Bring the feet and legs together. Push to the heels. Point the toes up. Outer hips roll to the inner hips. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Paschimottanasana. 2 breaths. If you cannot reach your feet today with the hands, always okay. Remember, using a belt or just bringing the hands only as far as you can today. Relaxing the upper body. 2 breaths there. Every inhale, lengthen away from the lower back. Every exhale, go a little deeper into your fold or not. Not hyperextending. So make sure you keep a soft bend through the knees. If any pain, it's there. 2 more breaths. Last one. And then head up on the inhale and exhale to release. Cross the legs in front of you with the right leg in front of the left. Sitting bones down, inhale, arms up. On the exhale, twist and turn to your right. Left hand, right knee, right hand behind you. Turn the chin and gaze towards the right shoulder. 2 breaths here. Making sure lower back, it's okay. One final breath. And then coming back to center. Change. Left leg in front of the right. Neutral spine. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist and turn to the left. Right hand, left knee. Left hand behind you. Chin and gaze turns to the left shoulder only as far as the neck can go. And make sure lower back, it's always okay. Not collapsing. Relaxing in the shoulders. 2 or 3 breaths here. One last. And then when you're ready, come back to center. Bring the hands at the heart in Namaste and stay here with me just for a moment, closing your eyes, or feel free to take a Shavasana before moving on with your day. Otherwise, bringing the hands at the heart in Namaste, pressing the fingers equally against each other, softening facial muscles, not collapsing in the lower back. Say thank you for your yoga practice today. Say thank you for your life. Thank you for showing up for yourself once again today. Always starting your day with gratitude, being positive and grateful, always, always, always. We are going to end the class here. And before we do that, I want to also thank you so much for being here once again and practicing with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The divine light within me honors the divine light within. Namaste.